What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back, my beauties. Welcome back to Makeup Mondays. My name is Tanil. I go by the Beautiful Bargainista. Here on this channel, I focus on beauty, fashion, and lifestyle, all on a budget. So if this is your first time joining my channel, welcome, 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 welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. That way you'll be alerted anytime I upload a video. To all of my Bargainista beauties, thanks for tuning back in. So we're just going to go ahead and get on to the video. Let's get on to the video. Let's get on to the video. Let's get on to the video. Okay, so Makeup Mondays is back. I apologize for several months of not doing Makeup Mondays, but if you follow me on Instagram, I asked you guys what did you wanted to see. I did a poll and 90s makeup won for the return of Makeup Mondays. So today's video we're going to be focused on 90 inspired makeup, but with a little 2022 take on it, because we are in 2022. It's just a 90s inspired makeup look. Okay, so when we think of 90s makeup, especially for women of color, it was very neutral, very muted, browns, cranberries, no makeup look. Eyeshadow was very neutral, brown. Let's just go ahead and get started. So for me personally, I like to start with my brows. This is something that I just feel comfortable with doing because they are the gateway to our face. There, if your brows are done and tight, then yeah, the rest will fall into place. So that's just my take. So in the 90s, there were two types of brows that you would see on women. One was thin brows, very, very thin brows, and the second one was bushy, cleaned up brows, not really arched or any of the stuff that we do today, but full bushy brows, which are coming back in, and that's what I am going to do. And while we're speaking of Nia Long, Love Jones is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's a 90s classic. Clueless is also up there, but Love Jones just has my heart when it comes to romantic movies, classic movies, especially black classic movies. I would say I would consider that as a classic movie. I just love that movie. So I was in my late teens, early 20s. And I just love, and it's based in Chicago, duh. So I'm just using this Eben New York. This is their 24-hour liquid, I'll just say liquid eyeliner. I thought it was a brow pencil, but anyway. So we're gonna clean it up, but in the 90s, they really didn't have highlight. Everything was muted and neutral, but cleaned up. So I'm just taking this LA Girl concealer and toast. Oh, I dropped it. And I'm going to put it underneath. I normally go 1 to 2 shades lighter underneath here. In the 90s, they really didn't make it too bright underneath here. Just then finally, last for the brows, I'm going in with my LA Girls Browy Wowie. And this is a gel, and it just helps keeps the brow in place. Okay, so brows are done. Like I stated, in the 90s, if you look at their eyeshadows, very much browns, neutrals, no color, no glitter, just matte eyeshadow. And I have a couple of palettes. If you're a woman of color, a black woman, you should definitely have these, something similar in your makeup collection. And that's just a neutral everyday palette. This one right here is from Nicka K. This is their Mocha Mix. and it has all the neutrals in it, but it also has a lot of shimmer in this palette. This was like $1.99. Find it at your local beauty supply store or Amazon. I got this palette off of Amazon as well. This is a neutral palette. This is E15, I believe, from And Self. As you can see, I have hit pan on all the darks, but another neutral palette has blacks, the browns, the tans, like different shades of browns, blacks, and neutral colors that fit our skin tone perfectly. And then last but not least, also found this on Amazon as well. This is the Magic Collection, their Pro palettes, and it is an all neutral palette as well. It's just larger than the other two. So depending on your skin tone, you have a variety of browns and blacks to play with. So we're going to be using a combination of several of these palettes, but to get started, we're going to put some concealer to sit, and it just acts as a base for the shadow and also gets rid of any dark colors to make my lid all one color, because I do have dark lids. So I'm just taking this dry blender and patting it. Okay, so over on this channel, we believe in using different products for multiple purposes. So as my transition color, I am going to be using Fenty's Mocha Mami. This is their what's it called? This bronzer, instant warmth bronzer and Mocha Mami, and I'm just going to use this as a transition color, like I stated. Okay, so now I have my transition color down, and you can totally stop right here because this is pretty much what the girls was given in the 90s. Just real simple brown lids, nothing much. Yeah, so we're going to move on into the second color, which I'm going to use a darker brown in my crease color. I'm going to use this palette, and I'm going to tap into these two colors right here just to give me some warmth, and we're going to focus that right in our crease. We just popped that right there in our crease, and as you can see, it gave us definition. And it's still giving us the brown look. Okay, next I'm going to go back in with the Fenty's Mocha Mami, the bronzer, and just finish off on my lower lid. Okay, so I think we're done with the eyes for right now. 90s, really simple. Like I said, muted, as you can see by the pictures that I'm popping up. Muted shadows, brown, black, smoky eye type looks. Nothing too bold, no shimmers, just pretty much matte shadows. Okay, so we're going to go on to the skin. And like I stated, in the 90s, very neutral makeup, almost like skin-like. Back then, they really didn't have the shades that they have, the options that we have right now. So a lot of times, the girl's shading might have been off. because they didn't have all the options and undertones and stuff that we have right now in 2022 or in the 2000s, late 2000s. Like, we have really stepped up when it comes to makeup for women of color. And what I just put on was the e.l.f.'s Poreless Primer. So like I stated, very skin-like, very simple. So what I'm going to use is my Rimmel Lasting Finish 24-Hour Breathable Foundation. I love this foundation because it is very, very buildable. Medium coverage to full coverage. And it still gives me that skin-like appearance that I like. Okay, so now that we have our base on, like I stated, back then it really wasn't a lot of highlighting and contouring, but we're still going to keep it in the 2000s darker. I'm going to go back and use Toast from LA Girl Pro Concealer, and it's going to conceal, and it's going to brighten underneath my eye, but not too bright. Most of the brightening is going to come from the powder that we use, the highlighting powder that we're going to use to set, because we still want to give our face dimension, but we don't want to do the most. And a lot of times in the 90s, you will see the girls out there with a lot of flashback, and that's when you take a picture or whatever and it just look real light and bright like. But I am taking the black opals. What is this? In medium, their soft velvet finishing powder. And like I said, this is where we're going to get the brightness from. It's from the powder and not so much the concealer that we use. And we have some dimension. Now, there really wasn't any contouring, and I really don't like to contour anyway. Depends on what the occasion is, but I'm going to use my Mocha Mamie bronzer by Fenty as my contour, just to get some dimension back into our face. And I'm going over my natural contour. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the skin. Let's go ahead and set it with the Iman, my Iman. This is, everything will be listed down below in the description box what I use. I need to re-up on this. Okay, so I'm moving right along. Blush, 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 blush. Do not be afraid of blush. Beauties in the 90s, they wore blush. We're going to talk about blush on Makeup Mondays, but Jasmine Sullivan, her makeup for the Grammys was very much 90s inspired. She had peach on her cheeks, very minimal eye makeup, bushy brows on her makeup. These two peaches in this palette. And blush just gives us color to our face. It brings color back into our face without doing the most. And I'm not talking about the 60s and 70s when they just bam, put it on there. Then I also like to take some and drag it across the bridge of my nose, just to provide some color. Okay, so we're pretty much finished with the face. I'm going to go and take my e.l.f. makeup mist and set spray. I'm just going to let that set and let it all melt in. We're going to go back into the eyes next. Oh, I almost forgot. I do want to add a little highlighter, but still keep it neutral. This is the ColourPop in Nude Pressed Powder Highlighter. So I'm just going to take very minimal, a neutral color. This one right here at the end. And just lightly give myself a highlighter because they really wasn't highlighted in the 90s. But like I said, we're doing a combination of both. Okay, so back to the eyes. They really wasn't doing wing liners in the 90s. Very, very simple eyeliner on the top lash line. If you want to, you can also put eyeliner on your bottom waterline, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go into mascara. They really wasn't wearing lashes like that either, which I'm not a lash girl anyway, but if you are, get a neutral, everyday lash, something that's not too dramatic to pull off the 90s look. They were wearing mascara on their bottom lashes, so don't forget that as well. Don't forget to hit your bottom lashes. Okay, so now let's get into the fun part, and that's the lips. Browns, nudes, and berries. That's pretty much it that was in the 90s. No oranges, no bold colors, anything like that. So I am going to use two of my favorites. They are from Holly Girl Lip Colors. I'm going to use their nude and their brown lip liners. And this is Nicka K Bold Liner in the color dark brown. And you can stop right here and put a gloss on. There was very much 90s as well. I'm going to add gloss to mine later because these are matte. But if you just want to go straight gloss, these tones right here are perfect. Nude or just a clear gloss with your brown lip liner. Really 90s. Sometimes the girls, even with black liner, you can do that, but be very, very careful with it. Blend it out with your finger like this. But first we're going to go in with the Holly Girls brown. So I am taking the nude and I'm just placing that in the center, more so around the brown, and I'm just pressing it in. It's my favorite combo, y'all. I'm so happy that the 90s makeup is coming back, or is back. Tone to it. I'm just going to place a little right in the center of my lip. And we're going to work this around just like we did the nude. So pretty. So this is the final look. Very simple. Browns, nudes, neutral colors equals 90s makeup. With a touch of 2022 in here, but this is what my interpretation of 90s makeup looks like. I hope you girls enjoyed it. If you have any questions, make sure you put them down in the comment section below and I will answer them. Thumbs up this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications. That way you will be alerted anytime I upload a video. If you're not following me on Instagram, get your life. Follow me on Instagram. And thanks for watching. I love you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace. 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 Peace.